Something seriously wrong in Cleveland, and everyone's finally saying it out loud. The Cleveland Browns, once hyped as a team ready to turn the corner, are now drowning in controversy. At the center of it all, Shedeur Sanders, the young quarterback who was supposed to be the face of the franchise. Instead, he's standing on the sidelines, injured, according to the team, while Dillon Gabriel continues to struggle game after game. But here's where things take a wild turn. Browns insider Tony Rizzo didn't just question the team's decisions. He unloaded on them, calling out the entire front office for mistreating Shedeur Sanders and suggesting that his so-called back injury might not even be real. Then, former Eagles star LeSean McCoy jumped in, wondering why a clearly struggling Gabriel keeps starting, while Sanders, who could bring energy and spark, is left. Even Skip Bayless raised an eyebrow, asking the same question fans have been shouting for weeks: what's really going on in Cleveland? Fans aren't buying the injury story. They're calling it a cover-up, a phantom excuse to hide poor management and lack of preparation. And honestly, it's hard to disagree. When your team is 2-6, your offense is predictable, and your locker room looks lost, the problem isn't just on the field. It's at the top. So, is Shedeur Sanders really hurt, or is he being hidden? And how did one of the NFL's most promising young quarterbacks end up trapped in one of its most dysfunctional franchises? Let's break it all down. When Shedeur Sanders was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, the hype was real. Coming off an electric college career under his father, Deion "Coach Prime" Sanders, Shedeur was seen as the future. The quarterback who could finally bring stability and swagger to Cleveland. Fans believe he was next in line to carry the Browns into a new era, a young leader with poise, precision, and confidence beyond his years. But just months later, the dream started to crumble. Instead of leading the offense, Shedeur found himself benched behind Dillon Gabriel, watching a struggling team spiral out of control. The media started questioning the decision. Fans grew restless, and the team's explanations made less and less sense. Then came the twist, a mysterious back injury that suddenly took Shedeur out of the lineup completely. No timeline, no real details, just silence from the franchise and growing suspicion from everyone else. How did a franchise once excited to build around its new star suddenly lose all faith in it? Things exploded when Tony Rizzo, one of Cleveland's most outspoken insiders, went off on live air. He accused the Browns front office of completely mishandling Shedeur Sanders, even questioning if the back injury story was real or just a cover-up. Rizzo didn't hold back, calling it a phantom injury and saying the franchise might be hiding their failure to prepare Shedeur properly. Then came LeSean "Shady" McCoy, who echoed the frustration, saying what every fan was thinking: if Dillon Gabriel isn't producing, why not give Shedeur a chance? McCoy argued that even if Sanders isn't perfect, his spark and leadership could lift the entire locker room. And just when things couldn't get messier, Skip Bayless chimed in, questioning the credibility of the Browns' explanation. One by one, respected voices started pointing fingers at the same issue, not Shedeur's health, but Cleveland's leadership. And that's when fans realized this wasn't about an injury, it was about accountability. At the center of the chaos stands Kevin Stefanski, a head coach once praised for his offensive creativity, now facing mounting criticism for turning the Browns into a predictable, lifeless unit. Week after week, the offense looks the same: short passes, stalled drives, and no rhythm. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel continues to start even as his confidence and production plummet. Fans see it, analysts see it, and now insiders are openly calling Stefanski's play calling gimmicky and outdated. The bigger problem? No clear plan for the future. If Shedeur Sanders was supposed to be the next chapter, instead, the Browns look like a franchise stuck in confusion, unsure if they're rebuilding, competing, or just trying to survive another season. Even rival coaches like Mike Vrabel have taken subtle shots at the Browns' offensive identity, or lack thereof. When other teams start laughing at your system, that's when you know something's broken. And right now, Cleveland's offense doesn't just look broken, it looks lost. The fallout from this controversy has been brutal. Across social media, fans are flooding timelines with frustration and disbelief. Hashtags like Free Shedeur and Fire Stefanski are spreading fast, with fans demanding answers and accountability. For a franchise already known for chaos, this latest mess has turned into another public disaster. Inside the organization, tension is reportedly rising. Players are frustrated. Insiders are leaking, and the front office is being called clueless by longtime supporters. Even neutral NFL fans are piling on, calling Cleveland the most confusing team in football. When your own fan base starts mocking you, that's when things have hit rock bottom. Trade rumors around Shedeur Sanders are now louder than ever. Some insiders claim he could be moved before the deadline, while others believe he's quietly pushing to get out. Either way, the damage is done. Cleveland's reputation has taken another massive hit. What was supposed to be the start of a new era has become another reminder of why the Browns can't escape their past. And unless something changes soon, they're on track to lose more than just games. They'll lose the trust of their fans for good. So where do the Cleveland Browns go from here? The pressure is now sky high. On the coaches, the front office, and especially on Kevin Stefanski. The team sits near the bottom of the standings. The fan base is furious, and the media storm around Shedeur Sanders isn't dying anytime soon. Every passing week without answers only fuels the fire. Some reports suggest Shedeur could finally see playing time if the Browns season keeps slipping away. Others believe he's being protected, not from injury, but from the dysfunction within the organization. Either way, it's clear that his career can't afford to stay stuck in limbo. If he does step on the field, it won't just be about proving himself. It'll be about proving the franchise wrong for doubting him. Meanwhile, Cleveland has a decision to make. Rebuild around the young star they drafted, or risk watching him walk away. Because if Shedeur leaves and thrives elsewhere, it won't just be a loss for the Browns. It'll be an embarrassment they'll never live down. At this point, it's hard to tell whether the Cleveland Browns are protecting their young quarterback or sabotaging him. The back injury excuse might have worked for a week, but after insiders, analysts, and even former players called it out, the truth feels impossible to ignore. This isn't about health. It's about trust, leadership, and accountability. Shedeur Sanders deserves the chance to prove himself. But instead, he's become the face of a deeper problem. A franchise that can't seem to get out of its own way. From confusing play calling to questionable management decisions, the Browns are turning what could have been a breakout season into another PR disaster. For fans, the message is clear. They're tired of the excuses. And for the Browns leadership, this is their final warning. Either fix the mess, unleash Shedeur, and give the fans something to believe in. Or brace for another year of being the league's favorite punchline. Because at this point, even hope in